Hello, my lovelies. Okay, I have got a love reading. It's very interesting. Okay, so channeled song. We have The Night We Met. With that, I'm seeing, and it's very late. It's 12:02 on the clock, okay? With that, I'm seeing that there is a masculine energy coming forward who is very much feeling like, almost like self-betrayal and heartbreak, and like truly going back over and grieving what they've lost. Okay, so I am seeing that this may have been like a past connection or like a past life connection. Okay, and this masculine is now manifesting a way to come back in to light and love and balance within this connection. Okay, to work together to grow with you, because they truly do view you as their soulmate. Okay, with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups, with the High Priestess and the Fool, I see the feminine energy here has recently undergone a very beautiful transformation and given herself a beautiful, like, emotional new beginning. Okay, 111 on the timer, by focusing truly on her dreams and her passions and ambitions and looking beyond just the material realm and like love and like physical relationships. Okay, 123 on the timer, truly taking a leap of faith towards yourself and surrendering to whatever may have stood in the way in the past. Okay, releasing yourself from the shackles and now being given the momentum and support to move forward. Okay, I'm hearing adventures, I'm hearing travel. For the feminine energy here, I'm seeing that this also may be like a long distance connection. But with that, I'm seeing with the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing this masculine may have recently seen you undergo some sort of like glow up or like transformation, and they're almost feeling like left behind, but like they like almost inspired to fight for this, to put their grievances and their wounds behind them, to close the gap, to put in the work, to like stop juggling not only like their worth, but also like what they have to offer you, because they know how much you have, like you deserve. Okay, with that, it's very fun energy I'm getting. It's almost like Wendy and Peter Pan, but also Prince Naveen and Tiana, because it's almost like the two of you come from maybe like very different worlds. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles and then the Hierophant with the Tower. Okay, wow, confirmation. I feel like the feminine energy here may have had to work very, very hard for everything that she's had to have in this life. And I'm not discrediting any work that the masculine energy here may have done. But with that, I see it's almost like rags to riches. Like this feminine energy has had to fight so hard, but because of you finding the light within and alchemizing your pain into power, you almost made it look effortless and look easy. Okay, and the masculine energy here, I'm also getting a lot to do with like religious or like cultural differences here. Okay, and then with that, this masculine may have been given like a false sense of ego, or like taken on some sort of, or like absorbed some sort of like toxic masculinity that ultimately led to the crumbling of like every relationship he's had thus far. Okay, 321 on the timer, which is what led him to like repeating this pattern of heartbreak. Okay, but with the Magician and the Chariot being next to that, I do see that through all of this heartbreak that they have now finally started to like you, and through the inspiration of you, started to like crumble those old mindsets that led them from holding back their truth and being their authentic selves, and removing that mask that they were told to wear. Okay, with that, I also see like this masculine, or like you, maybe like neurodivergent or like a little bit timid. You may also have like PTSD or something of that nature, because I'm hearing don't tap the glass. I'm getting a lot of water sign energy. Okay, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as well as like Virgo and Aquarius. Very stoic energy. I feel as though it's giving Batman. It's giving like this person, when needed, can be the provider, the protector, and the leader that is required. But it's almost like they're so burnt out on that, and for that reason, they keep their personal life very, very private. And I think they are right to do so, okay? Because truthfully, this is what leads you to being able to celebrate your own abundance and keep the waters calm, okay? 432 on the timer. With the King of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups, I see that this masculine is absolutely committed to balancing the scales, 444 on the timer, within this connection, to come in and speak their divine truth about their emotions towards you, and viewing you as like a soulmate, as a mirrored soul, like a twin flame kind of connection. Okay, to, like, I'm seeing the heart and the root chakra are aligned in love with this, okay? And like there's full balance within the both of you and your passion towards each other and all versions of each other, because you have finally met all versions of yourself. So now you are able to receive all abundance in all areas of your life together, okay? With the Hermit card coming out with the King and Queen of Pentacles. Okay, wow, power couple. I'm seeing that both of you have found a light within, okay? And again, I'm seeing something to do with like a late night thunderstorm, or like almost like feeling like the two of you were like in the darkness when you met, okay? But through finding each other, you have led each other out of the darkness and have found a way to inspire each other, like almost even like telepathically or through this distance or separation. 543 on the timer, to step into your individual abundance and be like a guiding light or like a lighthouse back to one another and back to your like internal abundance, okay? I'm seeing it's almost like the two of you have like this very childlike, like loving energy towards each other and can just like truly play an adventure. Because like, again, I don't even know if I said this, squirrels are also significant. I wrote that down literally as a sign, because I feel like there's a lot of distractions that come in from this. But I was getting like Carl and Ellie from Up, okay? 6:11 on the timer, which is my birth time. So I'm seeing that there is in fact like a rebirth coming in for this connection, okay? I'm getting, whoa, okay, with the 8 of Swords, the Lovers, the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. I'm seeing like the both of you are feeling like the feminine energy here, like physically can't see any of her manifestations coming in towards this, okay? The masculine is feeling very locked out in the cold and unaware of like necessarily how to bring this in, or like if it's good enough, okay? Again, I'm getting almost like, I don't want to say like OCD, but just like a lot of living in the mind and truly like overthinking and trying to perfect this offer, okay? And that's the only thing holding this back, okay? Because they do view you as somebody who can truly like be kind and empathetic and receiving to all versions of them and what they have to offer, and never judge it or shame it or like condemn them for it or say it's too little or not good enough. But that they also know that you deserve like this 10 of Pentacles, like not just emotional fulfillment, but like fulfillment in your passions, in your dreams, in your finances, in your career, and all the things that you want as an individual, okay? With the Page of Wands and the Justice, I see this masculine coming forward towards you, like just truthfully, which is like this, not naive, but just like beautiful, like young, passionate, like not anxious, but like anticipatory energy, okay? Knowing that like somehow, some way, that this is their divine justice, and that the two of you have spent long enough waiting and yearning for a love like this, and that you would go through all time to find each other, and that like that's kind of the confirmation for you here that this is like your past life, like soulmate connection, okay? I'm being drawn to where I also wrote down like Jamie and Claire from Outlander, and specifically the "I will love you until time itself is done" quote from Jamie. 8:08 on the timer, okay? I feel like this masculine is tired of hiding their emotions and like ignoring this connection, because like they're coming in, they've ascended into their divine masculine energy, have realized that you are in fact like a twin flame mirrored soul connection, that they no longer want to run away from this connection, that they are ready to be vulnerable, to come in and express the things that stood in the way of this. I'm seeing this masculine may have also been using like liquid courage to come in the past, and they may even come in with a little bit of that this time, but they're getting ready to pop up with some sort of like divine long-term connection, okay? I do see this as a surprise, so I'm not allowed to say much more because my throat chakra is also starting to lock up, okay? But this masculine has gone through a spiritual awakening, has spent the time they needed to alone, and planned out enough exactly what they want to say to you. And I feel like with that, they've come to the awareness that they can do this and take the action towards you. Proof is on its way, okay? You could also be an air sign or an earth sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this masculine has been planning for quite some time how to come in towards you, because you have inspired them to not only be better for you, but to be better for themselves, knowing that in turn it makes their life and everyone in it better, okay? With that, I do see, again, with like the cultural differences or like upbringing differences, the two of you will still find so many beautiful similarities that will continue to like bring a deeper connection in for the two of you and help you know that together you can cross the finish line into your like divine highest timeline and abundance. I'm hearing settle down, okay? Wow. And there's the Divine Feminine, okay, with the adrenaline rush. I'm hearing this is about to feel like the most fun roller coaster ride you've ever been on, okay? But get settled and get grounded, okay? If you'd like to book a personal, more accurate reading, the link is in my bio, and it is 12:11 on my clock.